Hello and welcome back to Subnautica. I'm Avon and in this episode I have big plans. I am going to explore the Aurora. So for that we're going to need a radiation helmet and let's see, I'm going to make a locker. That costs titanium, I don't know how much. I'm going to make a locker here because it's nice to have a locker we can stash stuff we don't need when going traveling. Let's see, like so. So we don't need the rebreather, we're not going to dive deep. Don't need the Pathfinder tool, and I'm not going to habitat build in the Aurora, but I'm going to keep battery and flashlight. Laser cutter might be needed, repair tool might be needed, propulsion cannon might be needed. I'm not going to bring the sea glide either. And let's look at the batteries. Yeah, they're charging well. It's quite fast. 100, 100, and 100. And 92. It can be charged a bit. Okay. So this one goes there, and this one there. Sure. Need the scanner. Going to bring a beacon just in case we want to save a location for later if we hit something we don't expect. And then battery everything up now, like so and like so. I think everything has one now. Yeah, this is good. I'm going to replace the laser cutter one as well. That's 66, and I think, let's see, 75, 97. That's fine. Now it's out of power now, as you can see, middle top, because it's nighttime and we don't charge during nighttime, and our current charge is going out. So what I'm thinking is to get something else for power, but for now everything will be charged when we return, and I kind of want to spend the copper. I believe it costs copper to get the solar panel. If I can find it here, I can check the recipe. There, yeah, it's only 1 copper, but still, for now that feels like the thing we are lacking the most, and one of the things we really need. Now I'm going to empty this out. Oh, there's 1 more copper.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Just go for a quick swim. Sounded like something scary was down there, but it's just one of those sandfish. That was a scary sound though. And some of this. Now we don't have power yet, so can't turn the scrap metal salvage into anything. So I guess we just need to find a storage locker for it. That's fine, and since we don't have any copper anyway, might as well store everything there. Okay, it's time to move. I'm going to eat 1 melon just for fun. Nom nom. And then we move. Let's see. It's fully charged. It has lost a tiny bit of health.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
This one is too close to ignore. Too close to ignore. So I'm just going to quickly look for barnacles in case there's copper. Is that a barnacle? That doesn't look like a barnacle. No, coral shell plate, okay. There's a barnacle. Those are very visible. Copper ore, nice. Oh, and we have a radio message. Good timing just before we leave. So I'm going to check that out while handing back these 2 copper. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. And let's find our sea moth as well. Now, did we, or did we not check out this thing? this is not going to be an episode where I do random crap instead of doing what I was actually going to do, but no, we haven't. Okay. So that's a nice reminder. When we come back, we can do that. It needed a laser cutter, but we have that one now. So that's good. This one has power, and let's repair the Seamoth. Oh, it's repaired. That was fast, just a tiny nudge with the thing. And radio.
This is Altera HQ. This may be your only communications window. We can't send a rescue ship all the way out there, so Aurora, you're just gonna have to meet us halfway. We've uploaded blueprints to the ship's computer.
Sandwich run, you in?
Yeah, give me a second. Black box data shows the high security terminal in the captain's quarters is still functional.
Becky's leaving like in 5 minutes.
All right, tell Becky I'll just take the regular.
Regular.
Yeah, she'll know what I mean. The code should
And
be...
if she doesn't,
Just tell her the regular, dude.
okay.
The
If I
code...
say regular, she's like, what's the regular? I have to come all the way back up here.
The code should be 2679. The regular's just a ham and cheese.
Okay, just say ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese.
Okay.
Ham and cheese, yes. That's the regular. And apparently this is good timing because we're heading to the Aurora, and apparently there is a code to get into the captain's quarters. So we can get into the captain's quarters if we can find it in the Aurora. But to do that, we need to get into the actual ship itself. Now, the reason I'm going up there is because I want a first aid kit, and I'm going to bring one as well. I'm going to save the nutrient blocks up here. I'm just going to keep them there. But there's something else I want to bring. Something we used at the very beginning of the game, just in case there is a random fire. And then let's move to Aurora. Where is it? There it is. Okay. And that's why I'm bringing a beacon as well, because I'm going to place a beacon at the front of the Aurora, around the place where we will enter the ship itself. And the reason for that is that if I place one there and later place one at the back of the Aurora, then it's very easy to navigate the rest of the world when you have 2 points to triangulate from. Triangulate, I mean from the point I'm currently at compared to 2 other points. So that's the reason for that. But I don't want to spend more copper making beacons right now. So I'm not going to do that before we have a tiny bit more. And is this a tiny bit more? Yes. Good, good. Now, let's see if we can get into the ship itself without dying a horrible death. Because that would not be optimal. It's not the optimal outcome. So let's be careful over here. This sandbank is so messy in the water as well. So it's so hard to see anything. And I hope that if there is something very scary in the water, we can see it before it appears suddenly and scares the something of us. Let's see. Yeah, there is our friend. Okay. So beacon, and this is Aurora. Aurora front. Good. Then we move in. So you can be left here going to clear inventory right now. Let's see, the copper, okay. Inventory clear. That was work, too much work. And let's see. Many of the spiders here.
Warning, ship's structural integrity is low. Fire suppression equipment and laser cutters may be required. Exploration is conducted at your own risk.
Okay. At own risk. I like that the computer actually assesses risk and decides that.
Caution. Scans show the digestive tracts of nearby life forms contain human tissues.
Yeah, I like that she doesn't take responsibility. Oh, that's warm. Now, I'm glad we have the radiation suit, because if not, we probably would have been dead by now. Several times. Fire extinguisher and first aid kit. Okay, so probably didn't need to bring the fire extinguisher, but that's fine. So let's see if we can get in here. Good. And batteries are always nice, because batteries means
Aurora
copper,
systems
basically.
are running on local reserve power, unable to remotely download black box data.
Need to listen to this while
New PDA
exploring.
data.
Exiting sleep mode. Loading voice recognition. Engineer Barclay and Chief Technology Officer you identified.
Drone, get me a propulsion cannon.
Repulsion cannon retrieved.
Hey, Berkeley. Install that circuit box with that repulsion cannon and you'll punch a hole in the cargo bay.
Damn it, Drone, I said propulsion, not repulsion. Recalibrate sensors.
Senses recalibrated.
Sensors aren't the problem. I tweaked the program. It's like you now. It doesn't like being told what to do.
Drone, I know...
His name's Albert now.
Albert, I know it's not your fault, but it would really help me do my job if you'd bring me what I asked for. Thanks for your time.
Propulsion cannon retrieved.
Thank you. Now go away.
Entering hibernation mode.
Boss, this hobby of yours isn't making my job any easier. Or safer.
Maybe so, but it's all that's stopping me from being so bored I take a spacewalk in my skivvies.
So, we found a code to the cargo bay, and this is where we need the propulsion cannon, because we need to get past stuff. And apparently there is a difference between a repulsion cannon and a propulsion cannon. And there we go, we can now get into the ship itself. And we need the code. I think it was 1454. Yeah.
Scans of damage to the Aurora do not match any known offensive technologies.
So she is implying that there was some offensive technologies involved here. And I guess we kind of knew that-ish.
Integrating new PDA data.
Now, this is information about the Aurora and the company it worked for. I'm not going to read these out loud, so just pause the video again if you want to read them. I am, however, going to try to explore this place and find the loot. Like this. Disinfected water, just what we needed. And let's get deeper in. Oh, there's something in the water. That's a bleeder. Assessment. Inconvenient and unhygienic. Avoid or incapacitate. So I guess we should have a knife ready just in case. Then we see What's going on? There's a sea moth bay here. And let's not laser cut that, let's repair it. Oh, and one of these leaders got stuck on us. That's nasty. Now, repair door. Let's repair this door. Get into, this is the sea moth bay. So a lot of sea moth fragments here, which is not something we need. Don't want to fill our inventory with the titanium right now. There's also a thing here, that's a module for the sea moth. That's very interesting. And a VR suit log. And that's apparently people who are playing a game. Pause to read and all that. Now, the drive room. Let's look into this.
The drive core shielding sustained internal damage during collision. Do not attempt repair without appropriate qualifications.
Let's not attempt a repair without the appropriate qualifications. I agree. Then again, I'm going to pretend I have the qualifications, I think. Now here's something. Cyclops.
Local radiation at maximum tolerable level. New blueprint acquired.
Okay, so there's a breach here. And this is the drive core. This is where the radiation is leaking from. So I'm going to fix this. Because I'm qualified. I am from the internet. And repairing everything.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
Let's see. Here's a couple of breaches.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
A lot of breaches in this, but I believe it's worth fixing anyway.
Further breaches detected.
It's hard work being a repairman on a crashed alien spaceship. Well, I guess it's not alien, I guess it's human.
Further breaches detected.
Nasty, nasty things. It's always the nasty things that survive radiation. You don't have like radiation-proof fluffy kitties, you always have radiation-proof cockroaches and parasites and stuff like that. When kittens survive radiation, they, you know, get 2 heads or something like that. Or they go green, of course. Green and glow in the dark. I'm glad we bought the first aid kit. One more breach. Let's look for the sparks. Anything? Because of the new tank, we can stay underwater for so long now. There should be one more breach. And I'm not sure why we can't find it. There it is. Okay, it was hiding behind this one. Let's hope this does it. Very nice.
Breach sealed. Radiation levels decreasing.
Okay, then we climb the ladder at an incredible speed. Just going to check over here for more modules, because finding that module we just did for the Cyclops, it was engine efficiency. Yeah, it's very nice. And this is one of those consoles, but nothing in here. Okay. I'm not sure why the Cyclops thing was plugged in here, but I guess it's about engine efficiency and stuff. Now let's see. I'm going to drop this and pick up this instead. Then I'm going to run past everything and back. Now radiation is dropping. I believe we've saved the world for now. As long as it doesn't spring a leak again, it should be fine. Let's see, laser cutter. Glad I remembered to put more batteries in this, because it takes a lot of power to cut through a door. And there we go. Okay, this looks like a place where people have personal lockers. And this is a lot of information, so it builds its, let's call it world building and story, but not too much to be fit for reading out loud in the video, I mean. So that was another battery. I'm going to use one of the first aid kits and I'm going to drink some water. Then let's see. This door is broken, so I need the repair tool. The reason I'm doing the hotbars like this, using basically one slot and I have to swap between, is because some of the items are used a lot. Like the scanner and the knife. It's very nice to have the knife accessible when it's needed. I don't want to open the inventory to do that while a bleeder is eating my face. Now that's prawn suit fragments, and these fragments are so large that we only need 4 instead of the 20. And let's find more of this. So this is the prawn suit bay, and I guess this is where the Altera, I'm not sure if they constructed them there, but it's definitely where they applied them. There's the blueprint, okay. And that's a storage module, which is also nice, even though we already have 2 of these. 2 of them. And cannon. Need to get up here. Oh, come on. You that. No. There. Okay. There we go. Now we can find our way to the living quarters. That's more water. This looks like a bar. There is a PDA over there, and there is probably stuff to scan as well. That's water. That's today's menu. Cottage pie or nutrient block. Huh. Keep calm, kitty poster. That's a very nice poster, and I should probably take a picture of that. There we go. I'm going to keep it as well to put it up in the habitat, because a kitty poster is exactly what we need now. There was a scanning opportunity here. Oh, it's a vending machine, okay. So we can build a vending machine in our headquarters as well, our home. This is the supply room. Lots of water and some nutrient blocks. Yeah, here's more. Now the nutrient blocks are very nice because that was high up. Because they don't go bad, and it's 75 food. 75 food, 75 calories. It's probably more than 75 calories. And oh, there's one more. Something to scan. Single bed. Okay. It's nice because so far we're completely alone on this planet as the lone survivor. And we have a legal relationship contract, legal recording.
Listen, I know I don't have the right to make demands of you, but I need you to understand that I want to change our arrangement.
I hear what you're saying, and I will try to respect it. How would you like to change it?
I would like to reduce our contact hours.
How much further can we do that?
To 0.
You're dumping me.
I'm changing the terms of our relationship.
How is it still a relationship if we don't see each other?
It's a relationship of a kind. You have so many expectations.
I feel you just want to spend more time with that dumb guy in his dumb robot suit.
That's not a feeling. It's a judgment. And I feel hostility in what you're saying. Perhaps your jealousy is a sign that you need to take another look at your business model. Why can't you just be happy for me?
I am happy for you, and I'm happy for all the guys in the prawn bay. I'm just not happy for me.
This is why I want to change our arrangement. Integrating new PDA data.
So apparently there's relationship drama in space as well. This is covered, so we can't get in here. Or in the future, yeah. Now, the cabin. This is a place, I don't think we have the, oh, let's see, databank. Note to self, cargo bay. Nope, 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 nope. We don't have the entrance code to this. Hopefully we can find it later so we can stop by there. And this is the captain's quarters. And we have that code because that was 2679. Whoop. Nice. And let's get the data download first.
Integrating new PDA data. Average long-range transmission delay, 8 hours. Opening last recorded transmissions.
This is an emergency distress call. Aurora is on collision course with planet 4546b. Sending all available environmental data. Please respond with rescue solution. Out.
This is Altera HQ. Attached to this message, you should find the blueprints for an escape ship that we calculate will be capable of breaking orbit and getting you back to the nearest phase gate. Now, it's designed to use materials you can find in situ, but it's gonna need one hell of a power source. Now, we'll be sure to...
Aurora long-range communications relay offline. New blueprint acquired.
Okay, so we found the blueprint for something we can use to get off the planet. And it's somewhere. Neptune launch platform, okay. So that's something we can build as well. Let's go swimming for a bit. And see if we can find a different exit. And apparently we just found one. Huh. That's nice. Who could have seen that was there? That's the black box data.
Integrating new PDA data.
Now, the hull is compromised. Something is happening. Massive impact. And scary stuff happening. Lots of information. It's a nice read. And here we need the laser cutter again. The hull is not holding up very well. It's shaking, but it's keeping up so far. It hasn't crumbled on top of us, and so far we're doing fine. Let's see. Now, this is a locked door. Oh, that's some electricity. 6483. And that's the code for the lab. 6483. And the lab is a walkthrough lab. So what I did was open the door we looked at before as well. And we have broken equipment, non-functional stuff. Let's see, we have a PDA. What can we learn from the hive mind of Strader 6? And I'm going to go through it like so for anyone who wants to read it. And I'm going to get the data terminal. And here we learned how to make a repulsion cannon.
Corruption was detected on your PDA. Your technology blueprints have been updated.
What has been updated? I'm trying to... Oh, batteries, that's very nice. Batteries again, that's very nice. And this is the exit. This is where we started. I'm not going to remove all of this because I have one more thing left to do before leaving the Aurora, and that was something I forgot. So it's going to be a minute or two of walking. But I want to do the completionist thing and get everything done while we're here, so we don't have to do it again. And this is why I found this route, because you can enter the ship from a different angle and a different side. Because this part down here is hard to find if you don't know that there is a path there. Let's see if we can get up. Yeah. And then we need to get back to the
Faint black box signature originating on the other side of the hull breach in this room.
Yeah, but we already found that, the black box. What we need to find is a PDA. Yeah, here we go.
Integrating
And
PDA data.
That's someone who wants a visit in the cabin, including the door code. I'm not sure why I didn't get that on the way. That was unnecessarily, you know, silly of me. But now we found it, and we can check out the cabin as well. And that's 1869. And there we go. So here we have water. Now, how are we doing on inventory space? Just fine. And we have an arcade gorge toy, or George toy? Gorge. It's very comforting, okay. Then let's bring one of these bags as long as we have room, and bring a PDA. Now, this is probably more information about relationship on the ship. Relationships on the ship, because this is a relationship ship. Sorry, that was, yeah, I didn't say that. And to get out again now, I'm going to go this way out instead of going back through everything, because then I can properly show how the other route works, and we end up very close to the sea moth if we don't drown, because I'm going the wrong way. Now I've confused myself. Let's see. Yeah, this is definitely not the correct way. And it should be though. There we go, okay. So it was a bit earlier than I thought. getting out of the ship. Going to need the cannon for that. Up here. And now you probably see why I didn't enter the ship when I was there in the beginning, because we need repair tool, we need a propulsion cannon, and we need the laser cutter. And because we had everything now, it was very easy to run through the ship. Now, maybe we can climb now. Yeah, and we're out. Okay, that's great. Stay away. You can go for a swim. And then we are back at the Seamoth. That was really successful, and because we were so lucky with the transmission timing, let's see, where's the beacon? There's the beacon, okay. Yeah, because we were lucky with the transmission timing, we don't have to go back to find the captain's quarters. Now, these things are so large and scary, and the reason I'm staying away from them is because if we get too close and they attack, well, okay, let's not do that. No. Go away. No, let's go. I don't fall. Whoa, the Seamoth lived. Okay, let's get the hell away from here and try to repair it before it sinks by itself, or we hit something that will break it. I think it let us go. That was not a good thing to do. I shouldn't stop in front of them to explain that they are scary. That was not good for a hardcore playthrough. That was not good. I'm very sorry about that. Oh, that was, yeah. Now what's this? Life pod 4. That's a random find on the way here. Let's see. We have PDA.
To any Altera crew. Landed in area of significant alien activity. Encountered predators in the Leviathan class, highly aggressive. Spectroscope scanner assigned species designator Reaper. One specimen attempted to swallow the life pod, doing extensive damage in the process. Only viable option is to make for the safety of the Aurora crash site. I have retrieved a data box with the creature decoy and enough resources to fabricate a couple of them. The swim's longer than the decoy lifetime, but it should just be enough to keep them busy. If you don't find me on board the ship, presume I miscalculated.
So our friend who almost ate our Seamoth apparently ate some of the crew as well. Okay. Now, the route now is to get back. Don't have the well, we have enough batteries now at least. Yeah, the plan now is to get back home, but while here I want to see if there is something I can find. It's yeah, I keep scaring myself now. Let's eat a nutrient block as well. Okay, so let's look for stuff down here. And because of the depth, the oxygen isn't very effective. Oh, that's something you can scan. That's nice. Power transmitter. That's basically power poles. And then let's look down here, because we haven't been down here before, and as long as I keep deep enough, the Reaper is up here because the Aurora is up there. You see the beacon there, that's the Aurora front. And I'm quickly going to search this location for something like that. That's the moon pool, so not something like that. Okay, I'm looking for something like that, but not exactly that. It's a little bit different. So searching, of course, when we do stuff like that, it's nighttime. But it's nice to do a quick search just like on the way home. We're also somewhat deep here. Deep enough for there to be scary wildlife, as well as friendly wildlife at least. So everything isn't out to kill us. Is that something? No. Now, this was harder to spot than I imagined, because I do believe we can find something down here. That's a time capsule, and again, I'm not going to take those, pick those up, because it might have tech that we haven't gotten to yet, and I don't want to skip stuff. Now, what's this? It's an alien vent. So it's apparently a piping network that pumps deoxygenated water into the atmosphere. And peepers can be observed entering and exiting the pipe. Okay. And there's something. That's a nice find. If it wasn't the moon pool again. Okay, so not a very nice find. Not that interesting. And there's something else. What's this? It looks like a modification station. Yeah, that's modification station. And moon pool again. Okay. And power transmitter. We found a lot of blueprints. The power transmitter was the only one we needed of that. But it's also very nice to find a bunch of titanium, even though we have a lot of titanium right now. It empties quick if we use a couple of the combined titanium. Oh, that's a creature egg. Let's bring it. And let's see. I guess we're back at the back of the Aurora now. This sandbank with the mushroomy trees go down the side of it, and that's the front. So we're at the back now. And one of the reasons I did this now is because this is on the way home. So what we've gotten so far this episode is a ton of batteries, which is awesome because it's very much needed. And we also found we found something very nice in the Aurora. We found I'm not sure if I have it on me right now. Yeah, we found depth module for the Seamoth. I can plug that in right now, and that let's dive to 300 meters with the Seamoth. So that's that gives us more exploration range, and we also already have a modification station. I'm just going to show that quickly, and the modification station can upgrade it. So we need plasteel ingot, magnetite, enameled glass, and that's enough to get to MK2. MK3 we need plasteel and ruby, and I believe we have a lot of rubies, so this means that we can upgrade the Seamoth quite a lot, and we can explore deeper areas, like for instance the proposed Degassi habitat that's at 500 meters. Now that's very deep and that's very scary, but it's a risk we kind of have to take to advance. And I guess it can't be more scary than looking into the face of a Reaper Leviathan from our Seamoth. Because I don't want to experience that again. And I do believe it was really lucky the Seamoth didn't take enough damage there to just go boom. And then we would have to escape it by swimming and try to get back home by ourselves. And of course we would have to build a new Seamoth if we didn't, if the Reaper Leviathan didn't eat us.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So now this was a big success. The trip/journey we just did. Now we have a lot of crap, really. Let's do some combining of the materials just to shrink them down a bit. Good. And then the carryall we can drop actually, because it might look nice like here. I don't know how this works really. Oh, it's assigned it to a quick slot and then we can place it. Okay. Let's place it here. No? There. Okay. That was right click, if anyone wonders. And that shifted everything when I placed it on the bar. Now we have a bit more space. I'm also going to listen to the message. I forgot about the radio.
This is Life Pod 7. Coordinates attached. Pod is structurally sound, but the fabricator's bust. Requesting assistance. 7 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
So 200 meters, around 1 kilometer southwest of the Aurora's stern section. So that's something we can look for later as well. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to combine 10 more. And then we go pick up all the stuff from the Seamoth. So much water. Going to actually not, yeah, drinking this one, keeping the rest. Going to keep our toy and miniature Aurora. Actually, I'm going to place it down somewhere at the top of the locker, maybe, if that works. It's a bit high up. I'm going to place it here by the batteries. Yeah, that doesn't look good at all, but that's where it's... No, let's pick it up. You go. There. Doesn't look good at all either, but it's going to stay there. And then we need to look for the upgrades. I really want to upgrade the Seamoth, so that's plast steel. And I don't think we've made any plast steel yet, but that's lithium and titanium ingots. So let's see how much lithium we have. We have enough for 2 plast steel. So let's make that right now. That's 1. And crafting. And that's 2. Let's see. The propulsion cannon can be upgraded into a repulsion cannon. Magnetite and enameled glass. So we can make this one now because we have 500,000 batteries. That's upgrading it. That's nice. And enameled glass. I think we learned how to make that because that was glass and stalker tooth. And I'm not sure if we need 2 glass or not. I'm going to make... Let's see. No, just 1 and a stalker tooth. So we have enough of that Yeah, and 2 magnetite. Okay, and then we need 3 rubies. 1, 2, 3. And putting the posters in the bag here. The Cyclops engine modifier, we don't need that yet because we don't have a Cyclops. And we need the actual thing to upgrade. And that's plugged in our Seamoth. There we go. Now, this is what we don't want to get in the time capsules, because it's possible to get something like that upgrade we are making now, the MK3 upgrade. So from the very beginning of the game, if you find one, you can dive to such a deep level that you can basically skip half the game. Basically skip everything we've done up until now. And that's no fun. I want to show the game and not show what it looks like when you've completed the game. So 900 meters, that's great. We can definitely get down to the 500 meters. But that's for the next episode. So I'm just going to clean up my inventory here. We are starting to get a lot of crap. So I'm going to make one more of the big lockers, and I think the habitat builder is in here and it's probably unpowered. Yeah. And Pathfinder and Sea Glide, and all of those need power. That's that. That's a locker. I'm going to place it as close as possible, I think. Doesn't look symmetrical, but that's fine, because this leaves us room to place stuff here. And in this one we can store, I don't know, let's go for random stuff. And that means this random stuff can be in there as well. Like the creature eggs that are in stasis, that's why they deal with being in lockers without drying out and stuff. And there we go. Now we have the Seamoth depth completely upgraded. That's amazing. We can also build Seamoth modules here. The first one is built here, but we found the first one in the Aurora. We can make it charged by solar panels. We can make perimeter defense, torpedo system, and a sonar. And I am considering making a sonar, but for now I don't want to do that because I feel that it's easy enough to explore as we are. And missing one. Okay, well, that's okay. And that's the end of this episode, because now we have stuff to do. We can dive deep and dive deeper, and that's going to be exciting and scary, and hopefully we will survive. So thank you all for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.